I really want to talk about Young M.A's R&B comment. So earlier last week, she said on Twitter, music don't feel the same because we barely have R&B. R&B brung that balance to music. Now everything is leaning one way, SMH, so it gets played out quick. We need R&B for the balance, no cap.
Nice.
The first thing that came to mind was, where have you been these last few years? Because sure, like, you might be able to make a case that R&B hasn't been heavily promoted like rap music, or maybe there haven't been a lot of great R&B rap crossovers like there were in the 90s and early 2000s. You could maybe make a case for that, but to make a blanket statement as if no R&B, no real R&B exists, that is lazy. That is just simply uninformed and untrue. I would say we are currently in a very strong R&B resurgence. Over the past 20 years, R&B hasn't been in the place that it is now. Today, we have so many options for R&B artists. I'm finding more R&B artists that are interesting, pay homage to the genre, are actually doing groundbreaking things. I'm finding more of those artists than rap artists. And rap is more of my forte. Over the past couple of years, R&B has started to overtake rap for me in terms of, I guess how much I listen to a genre. I mean, look, you can tell by because there are so many responses to Young M.A going against what she had to say and people speaking out against that, you know? Like, for example, PJ Morton called her out as well. I know Arn Ray, Ari Lennox, basically saying that statement's untrue, and it's like, do your research, do your motherfucking research. There's so many good R&B acts, and it's ridiculous. I see some conversation going on about how maybe her point was that a lot of these R&B singers are whisper singers, which I think is a reach that she implied. That is 100% a reach. But even with that point, let's say someone makes that argument. Let's not say that Young M.A made that argument, because she didn't. But let's say someone makes that argument, for example. Right now, there's a lot of genre blending and innovation that's happening in R&B that hasn't happened in other decades and other eras. To claim that R&B pre the 2000s has more meaning and is more impactful to you is doing a disservice, and it's honestly a really dusty way to look at a music genre. It's not a respectable way to look at a music genre at all, because you are using your own personal bias and that situational bias that a lot of people get, and I think you're letting all that cloud your judgment. Just because you heard Jodeci and it hit for you a certain way doesn't mean that current R&B shit doesn't hit the same way for someone else. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to sort of be like, man, R&B these days doesn't have the same meaning. They don't talk about love. It's like, bro, Skip Marley and Her has a duet that just recently came out that has people shipping them already. That song is just, you know, it's cute. It talks about love, and just it talks about love in the purest form. Same with 17 by Pink Sweats. That song talks about love in the purest form as well. So it's like, I don't get that notion at all. Like, that shit, like, get the fuck out of here with that narrative. Like, so Diddy had something to say about Young M.A.'s comment. He actually said he agreed with Young M.A. He posted a story, an Instagram story, and he said, I'm in the lab right now, really on my mission to create this formula to bring true R&B back. I'm just playing some records because I'm about to have Making the Band create two of the world's biggest R&B groups. I'm doing two groups at one time, male and female. I'm just tapping through some of my R&B records I feel is real R&B records, just to use them as muses to the level of R&B that, you know, the kind of R&B I make. Y'all know it's that super supreme level. Bro, I have so much respect for Diddy, and before I continue with that point, he also said this on Twitter. There's no smoke and mirrors when it comes to R&B. What? And now he just continues to go on this tirade. It's time we bring R&B back. Ridiculous. But no, you know what? I'll play that. I'll play that real quick.
And check this out. Before I go on, I made a very, very important decision for Making the Band. You know, the show is coming back. We have our first auditions in Atlanta next weekend, okay? I'm going to be watching and judging from my bed at home. I'm sending the Combs Cartel down there. But for clarity, I'm looking for singers. It's time we bring R&B back. Male and female singers. You could be any race, creed, color, sexuality, but you have to be able to sing. You have to be able to dance. I'm looking for future superstars. So, you know, all the next generation of superstars, I want y'all to be clear. I'm looking for some R&B pop singers so we can make the biggest band in the world. Think NSYNC, 112, Destiny's Child, Fifth Harmony, The Supremes, The Temptations, 112, I said 112, Day 26, New Edition, BBD, En Vogue, TLC, superstars. So if you can sing, make sure that you send.
Here's my issue with what Diddy's saying is I don't think he actually believes that there's not real R&B out there and that there aren't singers, singers, you know? Like, there's no fucking way that Diddy actually believes this. I just think that with what I've seen is that he's using this moment to promote Making the Band. While I do truly believe that he's trying to make an R&B group, and don't get me wrong, he helped elevate Jodeci to the level that they got to. Oh, so he was an intern with the responsibility to develop a new app. He helped them elevate to the point that they got to break through that initial starting phase. I'm not underrating him as a producer. It's just he's using this moment to elevate his show and to bring eyeballs to the new show. That's it. That's all it is. This anti-contemporary R&B stance is simply wrong. It's not right. You have to really, really not be looking for stuff to not find good R&B out there. There's Mac Ayres, there's her, there's SZA, there's Pink Sweats, there's Daniel Caesar, there's Snow Allegra, there's Baby Rose, and that list keeps going on and on. These are people that can sing for real and have amazing, amazing voices. It just baffles me. It's ridiculous. I don't condone it. It's disgusting. It's lazy. The unmitigated gall of all of this is ridiculous, you know? And to conclude my video, I just want to say that there's so much great R&B out there. Artists aren't slacking at all. They're putting out such phenomenal, innovative, creative content. We're in a really good time for this genre. Probably the best time in the last 20 years. I truly do feel like we're in this golden age of R&B that we won't appreciate until well after it's over. Just go out there and find some stuff, man. Just find some good music. It's not as hard as it sounds. I also post really, really fire R&B regularly on my Instagram and Instagram stories. More recommendations. Alternatively, I also have a podcast. I play my best R&B recommendations on that platform as well. So subscribe to me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Also, if you like the content, man, subscribe to this channel, like the video. If you disagree or agree with what I talked about in this video, let me know why in the comments below. I also have a question for y'all. What's the best R&B song that you've discovered this year? Or R&B artist or R&B project that you discovered in 2020? I'm always up for a new recommendation, so let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys soon. New podcasts, new videos uploaded weekly. So stay tuned. All right. Peace.